I hear a baby puppy.
Greetings, and thank you all for joining us this evening as Crit Eating Grin presents to you a D&D actual play of Curse of Strahd. It is a campaign setting from Wizards of the Coast, and at the table, the wandering travelers who will cast their dice in their quest to save themselves and Barovia. As I am the Grin Master Eric, and I will be your guide to the shadowy, mist-filled lands of Barovia. So, we focus on a completed long rest, as everyone has leveled up. Those that are still affected by a curse have suffered a HP drain and or was it a max HP drain we had? They've already made their rolls and suffered that. Some of them are faring not so well. Decisions have been made, choices have been made. We wake up in the morning.
Tangled in each other.
What is it that we do? Actually, Redcon.
Yeah, we're correct. Yeah.
Just kidding. I was just looking into the future. This is current me saying that was bullshit. Now, Ismark collapsed face first on the dirt.
We forgot about Ismark.
He just collapses for like...
Ismark the Lesser.
Who's that?
There was the fading back into the wood, the dark woods. I think the two people that were out on watch are the two people that are trying to figure out their characters as well. So let's go.
Sorry, all of my abilities are not active right now, which is bizarre. I'm just so tired. I'm going to...
I'll run up and get to Ismark.
Okay.
I don't know if... I assume I didn't see the naughty with a 10.
You did not.
Okay.
I stop her. I get in the way. And then I go...
What's Ismark? He's injured.
Is he breathing? Is he moving? Is he doing anything?
He seems to be breathing shallowly.
Okay. Ismark, is that you?
There is no reply.
He obviously needs help. What are you afraid is going to happen?
That he's a zombie and he scratches us and we get sick and die.
I have no problems with this. Let me go talk to him.
Got news for you, buddy.
I'll let her walk by, and I am ready to strike at this point.
Okay.
I'm going to, I assume he fell face forward?
Yes.
Okay. Gonna, put my hand on his shoulder, see if he, reacts or rouses at all.
There's faint life in his body, but he does not react. He is completely...
And then I'll, turn him over, and then if he still doesn't react at all...
He's reacting as if one who is clinging to life would react.
Okay. I don't think I have any, but if it's been a minute since I looked at this, let me see if I have any healing things. I don't think I do.
I've got a health potion. I would have given it to you before you walked over.
Okay, so I will then administer the health potion.
Okay, so go ahead and roll for that.
Wait, are these the...
2d4 plus 2.
Very good. You get a gold star.
6, 7, 9.
Okay, so you administer the potion. His eyes flicker awake. He is extremely frightened at your appearance when he sees you, and he begins to scramble to try to get away from you instantly.
Ismark, it's okay. It's all right. I'm...
Be gone! Be gone! I don't want any trouble!
Can you come talk to him, or go get one of the others that knows him?
Get away from me, you wait! Be gone!
I'm going to use disguise self and turn myself into Irina.
Oh, rude! Whoa!
All right.
The whole cart full of the world people are like, "Whoo!"
Good idea, brother.
Ismark, it is okay.
It's back.
Yes.
Away.
I would like to be slowly backing up, and I'm going to knock on the side of the
Okay.
I just got back to sleep.
So he's going to be like, sister. He's very skeptical in his looks. He's guarded.
Where have you been? We have been looking all over for you.
I don't remember. I've been here. I've been there. Are you real? He takes a loose stone, throws it at you.
I'm like knocking.
It's too weak.
That's fine.
It's too weak. You just gotta-
You would attack your sister?
I don't know who you are. My mind is all fuzzy.
My name is Arina Kolyana.
Yes, you say that, but are you who you say you are? I've seen so many things.
Are Ismar Kolyan. You are in safe place. It is okay.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion.
Deception?
Well,
They're the same. It doesn't matter. Dirty 20.
okay, I would say utilizing your skills. He kind of eases his tension, but he's very guarded. As those of you who are just about on the verge of completing a long rest,
I fucking knew it.
get a knock at the cart.
Oh. Yeah, I'll like.
Passive perception 18.
You
first
definitely
one maybe
can
not that
hear the shouting outside.
But then I'm gonna knock
Okay.
more. Like it's
Yeah.
getting like it's like
I don't have my armor on, but I'll grab my shield.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
same.
run.
And both tumble out.
sure. When you do, easy enough to see in the distance.
Irina and Ismark.
Irina and Ismark conversating with one another as
Namora, what the fuck?
Namora is just knocking on the cart.
Namora?
Ben disguised himself as Irina.
Got it.
Ismark just came out of nowhere. He's very confused.
Okay.
Detect magic.
There's lots of magic coming from the cart,
I
but
will.
there's zero magic. Well, there's magic coming from Ben. I'm sure you have some magical items, correct?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, then there's no. I lied. There's no magic coming from anywhere.
There is. I am shrouded in illusion magic because I've got disguise self on, and unless the packed blade is now magical, that would be the only thing that would pop up. But he's not.
I'll say that-
He's not. I got nothing on me.
the cart and
Sorry, I don't have detect magic right now.
just kidding. That was fun. Let's try
I'm
that
sorry.
again.
Okay, cool.
That's okay. I've already started us off great in this episode.
I
We
will
just like to read-
slowly. I'll leave my shield behind and sword at that point because I'm just like in normal clothes at this point. And I will slowly start walking over.
I'm gonna literally like crawl out of bed like reluctantly, and I'll just take
I'm
a
gonna
seat on like the
divine sense.
stairs of the
Yeah.
cart that
Just
you
make
walk
sure,
into it. I'll just
but
like
I
kind of
wanna-
sit there with my feet hanging over
And
and observing.
as I get closer, I don't know if I was within 60 feet or not, but once I get within 60 feet, I would like to divine sense and look at Ismark.
When you get within, say, 30 feet is when he quickly is going to scramble. He goes right behind Irina. And he's like, keep her away from me! Keep her away from me! And he starts backing up, pulling
Oh.
Irina.
Irina,
Okay, hey, whoa.
No. She is a
We're
friend.
friends.
She
We're
is
friends.
a friend. You are
This is really
safe.
the way that we gain someone's trust.
No.
Okay, seemingly things are under control for the moment. And you're casting...
Divine sentence on him, which
He's not Fey Fiend or Undead.
good or evil?
He would give off good. He's not evil.
Okay. I'll give the nod to Rhodes, obviously, and Ben Rena can see it as well.
Now,
Ben Rena.
Ismark, do you remember Bendora Chasm?
How about we start with, do you know where you are, good sir?
Where is he? The little demon. He's the cause of this. That's what he does.
Well, that is not very nice. He is a friend who has been
If
protecting
you only knew the things.
Why
Where
don't
am
you? You are among friends. We have been searching for you.
Have you?
Yes.
I've been gone for so long. Everyone's seemingly forgotten about me. The things that you've done. As he looks around and he's panicked again. It's like
You've
PTSD.
been gone for about 2.5 days. How
In
long
our
has it
time.
been for you?
Your realm.
I've been gone for years. Years. Each one of you have toyed with me in ways that have made me frightened of you.
It wasn't us.
Oh, please.
Okay, I'm not moving closer. It just wasn't us.
I'm like sitting down with like my hands up, just like a very calm, like, yes, I experienced what you experienced about 27 hours ago, so whatever
It's
you need.
easy to determine, essentially, especially for probably Namora and Ben, that the hag Morgantha has fucked with this guy beyond. He is not quite right in the head yet. Or may never recover from whatever has happened. She
Whatever is happening.
Right. He is
Ismark, how long have you been out of either Hag or Strahd's realm, whoever had captured you?
Who's Strahd? Who?
Okay, so we know that there was the Hag. The
Who?
Strahd is,
Where is she? He immediately starts panicking, looking around as if you had said the devil himself was right behind him.
Was
she's
right behind
currently
him.
not here, and we are fighting against her.
How can I trust you? Are you her? He is going to...
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
If I'm between them,
Oh.
I want to intercept.
You immediately... So your illusion, let me double check on the illusion here, Ben, is pretty much you are Irina, but all of your gear and equipment just like yours? Is it
Yeah,
more-
but I'm wearing. The disguise self would have been something similar enough that it's not crazy. But if he's making an investigation check on me, he does have mechanically he has a save that he can try to pierce through.
What do you specifically give a description of what she would look like? Your version of her, just so I know and the audience knows.
He's probably wearing like one of his sleeping robes that he has, like one of his longer kind of like bathrobes.
A
Like,
nightgown.
like he's got his little shit, his little stuff going on. He's probably kept the same clothing on, but has changed his physical features. So
Okay.
still has the long hair. His isn't going to be like wild and curly. His is going to be that like unnaturally straight. He's going to have the broken crown of roots around his head. The things that are different. And he's going to be
Still
probably slightly, actually physically, outside of like the gender differences, they're about the same size lithe-wise.
Okay, so I gotcha. Your equipment, I need to know what you would be wearing equipment-wise since you were on...
Would you
Not-
have been in sleeping clothes? Because you were on watch, so
Yeah.
you kept your arm.
I don't think he would have kept his... knowing the information that he knows, he would not be wearing armor at this point.
Yeah, I can see that.
Do you just wear light armor anyway?
I wear studded leather, so
Oh.
it's medium technically.
Would you have had a weapon, or would you have been like...
Psychic daggers, I wouldn't have had a weapon on me.
Okay, so he attempts to... Well...
He
gonna
has a
work
save.
up-
My save DC for this is 14.
Okay,
So it's-
well... He's going to be able to see through this at this point because he rolled a natural 20 on this.
Yeah.
So immediately he's like a wild animal or a caged animal. He's backing up towards the woods and he's trying to fend each one of you off. When he goes backwards, he kind of like grabs like a stick and he's like swinging with a stick.
He's Ismark the Great. At this point, I'm like standing next to Nymora, just like as far back as like I don't want him to dart into the woods because he'll die almost probably immediately. But
I am going to cast Healing Word
Okay.
in an attempt to... I'm going to cast Healing Word as a bonus action, and I'm going to spend whatever I have left to cast Aura of Vitality at the same time. In an
Okay.
attempt to just inundate him with healing before he runs into the woods.
Okay.
I'm gonna get up off my makeshift stoop and kind of dawdle over and watch for what he does next. With the idea to cast command if he makes any false moves.
Okay.
9 hit points from Healing Word.
Nice. Whoop. Wrong button.
guys, I found the boss.
Plus 5. So 14 hit points.
Wrong button. I want this one. Okay, so he takes in the healing. There's a sense to where when this happens, it's like an overwhelming kind of like more like a purplish kind of glow or whatever. He begins to resist it, And he looks at you and he says, stop, stop, stop. And then after, obviously, the spell completes is when he kind of gets to the point of exhaustion. And he'll just kind of like fall down to his knees again. And he'll start weeping. Uncontrollably weeping.
Oh.
I'm going
This is
to
a man that is broken.
approach slowly. And as I get to him, put out my Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay.
Which ends any fear effect. I don't think he's under fear effect. I think he's just
Is he still
genuinely afraid. But
wearing his like clothes that he was?
So
or
he
is it,
has
like...
no gear, no armor. The clothes that he has is very torn and tattered. So his like pants or slacks he would have are just ravaged at the bottom. He's barefoot. He's very thin, as if, which is strange because he's only been gone for several days. But I mean, he looks like he's lived a lifetime or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's in like when you lay your hands on him, you can feel his entire body kind of quake and
I would
shiver.
like to mage hand you, like a water skin and like some rations to like have
How's he?
there if you can get him to eat or drink.
okay.
How's he look? Is he still fucked up?
At this point, he seems to be a little comforted and or subdued by kind of what's taking place. And it could be because he's exhausted.
Yeah.
He's exerted an awful lot. He hasn't slept for a long time, and he's just like...
As far as his health, I mean, like, is he...
He's as healthy as he'll probably be able to get.
Okay.
I will get down on a knee and say to him, Ismark, we spoke to Irina last night. She lives.
She lives? Who? And he looks confused.
Your sister.
Is he filthy?
It's not. I mean, there is some dirt and grime, but there's a lot of bruising too. You may confuse like the dirt for bruising.
So while they're having this conversation, I'm just gonna slowly and quietly and surreptitiously clean him with prestidigitation, just so we can get a good sense of
How hurt?
how hurt he actually is.
I got a 25 for medicine check.
You can see that so as you're kind of doing the medicine check, you can see that it looks like he's been like suffered many like lacerations and severe like puncture wounds where like he's probably been
Tortured.
killed and brought back a few times, like bad.
Yikes. I'll just start
And a lot of the lacerations are like nasty claw marks and things.
Are they all
you know
open
this
still,
is
or-
from Morgantha.
Is it open still, or are they
Some of
scars?
them, I would say with the healing and stuff, like you can see that a lot of the infection or things that would have been in them are now kind of weeping out of it and healing over and stuff, that he should be fine with the magic healings and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just like packing him, like
Sure.
medicaling him up, mopping up his seeping wounds a little bit.
Sure.
I'll start putting my chainmail on. Obviously back at the wagon where I'm sure other people are awake.
Yep.
Who maybe don't know him.
Yeah. There's a lot of people still like, what's going on? Kind of like those onlookers, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, what's
Yeah.
going on?
Hey, shutting the door.
I'll follow
Yeah.
Niley and I'll start equipping as well. Like looking for my shit, looking for my armor, like getting ready.
I'll also grab him an extra shirt. Like,
Sure.
I feel like we're the same build almost.
Sure.
So,
Sure. I think at this point, he would be coaxable enough to where you guys can kind of get him in, and he would take a long rest.
yeah.
You're more than welcome to RP, but this will definitely complete a long rest. At this kind of scenario, he's going to be able to shut down and get some rest. You can definitely complete your long
Yeah,
rest.
cool.
Watches will take place between Casimir, Avram, and stuff like that. They will let you get the rest because they have pretty much
Yeah.
done a long rest themselves.
Well, we found him. That'll be news for Irina if we get a chance to send to her again.
She
I will
found
actually-
us.
To send a message to Sister
Celeste?
Celeste.
Gotcha.
Is this the night before still, or is this after the long rest?
You have completed a long rest.
So this is the morning you're asking me.
Yes.
I would rather wait until later to know to take care of us instead of talk to Celeste.
Hold on.
because
Okay, I only
it costs a lot of energy, and we tend to like to get harmed a lot.
That is fair.
But please
but
circle
this-
back.
Hopefully, we can see. This was Celeste's goal, was to find Ismark. So now that we have found him, we might be able to reunite with her.
I mean, I can do it.
It's not advisable. But
Perhaps when we get to
I
the city.
completely agree. Yes, that
Because I don't
We
think
are
we're going to get
very
another
much in
long
danger,
rest
so-
again. Yeah, see? See the face? We're not getting another long rest. You better soak it in, y'all. Yes,
Do we
I
have
can.
time to take care of Ismark? Look, I have to be frank, and I'm sorry to present this to the group, but
If we're sending these guys back to Krezk, can they just take him and get him in repose? Get him hopefully
look,
cared for?
I'm sure they could, but a heir to the Burgomeister of Barovia being absolutely wounded puts a target on their back. Who's to say that they're not the ones who put them in his position?
We send the ravens ahead and warn them so they can go clink up at a raven safe house for the time being.
Unless
we
I
can't
can
keep
see-
him. We don't have
un-
room, and he's a liability.
I completely agree. Let me see if I can disguise him in any way. I've got a few things left in my kit that I can give it a shot, but he's a liability at this point.
Sorry, why is that? Isn't he a fighter?
He is.
If he
Is
can
this somebody that you want to fight alongside? Look at him.
More people is better than less people.
Is he going to be able to be in the mind fight, or is he going to be catatonic?
She healed.
His goal will be to save his sister, I would imagine.
Yeah. Would we rather he run off and do that by himself?
Weren't his final words just now? Who were you talking about? When we mentioned Irina?
And Nymora remembered nothing, and now remembers everything.
After great trauma.
I'm sorry to say, I think we're all going to get that no matter what. What's your option? Leave him on the side of the road?
No, we send him with the guys to Kresk to be put in repose and be healed so he can go be
Is
Burgermaster
there a
eventually.
healer like that exists in Kresk?
There's certainly not one here. In the fog. I mean, we can take him. I just know that we're not going towards healing. We're going towards certain death. He's already completely traumatized, and if he turns on us with unwilling,
like a grandmother. I love it so much.
if he turns on us, then he's a fighter.
But I feel his what we're going towards is the same destiny that he would choose if he were able.
I don't think we should make the choice for him.
What the fuck is wrong with this place?
Kind of leaning into it, honestly.
Well, he's certainly not in any
We're gonna
mind.
get our shit rocked
he-
anyways. It
is
doesn't
he-
matter.
Are you a
more
cleric? What's your technical
Lucid
class?
in the morning.
Me?
Yes.
Once he gets a long
Paladin,
rest in, he is a little bit more
Okay.
approachable and
Trying to determine who's approachable.
Does he understand
his
his
thoughts.
sister at this
and-
point?
Probably not
Yeah.
clerics, but
I would say at this point that you could ask him more questions and he would be able to answer them more coherently.
Yeah.
But like if you were to try to go touch him or anything, he shudders and reacts.
Yeah.
He's very jumpy, very skittish.
Not very demure.
Not very mindful.
Not like he previously was.
Not cutesy
I'll just
at
explain
all.
to him that we were with Irina in Vallaki, and she was taken by Strahd on a dragon.
That killed
And
us all.
she remains at his
I
manor.
need a drink, is what I'll say.
We gave your wine away.
We did give his wine away.
no, we did not. I have been carrying that bitch with me because
No,
it's
we
the only
gave it
thing that's
away.
been getting. No, we didn't take it with us.
I would say Esmeralda will give him a drink if you guys continue. To
We
go
traded the barrel in the Vistani camp. We gave it to
Yeah.
them as a gift.
So she provides him with a wine skin essentially, and he begins to drink from it a little bit, which kind of helps a little bit.
Yeah.
any booze we can steal from this tower before we leave?
I'm pretty sure there's no booze there.
Okay.
Ismark, how do you feel? Do you want to continue on this certain death suicide
I've
trip?
seen death. Death does not frighten me anymore.
Can you fight
Give me a weapon.
effectively?
He doesn't know. He just thinks
I'll take him on right now. We could test him.
Maybe not you. You're very good. Maybe like me. I'm bad.
Oh.
You want to test his mettle against a non-fighter?
I'll fight him.
Armor. We don't really need to do all that.
I'll just hand to hand. Just to see if he can hold his own.
Sure. I would say during this time,
Just
Casimir, Abram.
Oh yeah, hey guys, this is Ismark.
Getting ready, like they're starting to prepare, like they kind of have a gist. They're going to be heading to Kresk to get supplies.
Yeah.
If I can, I would like to give him advantage on this roll. Maybe trying to talk him through some of the things, like don't think about it too much. Like let your muscle memory come back.
She might be tall, but
Okay.
she's not that scary.
Not
Okay.
20, you kill him.
So
I'd like to say non-lethal for whatever I do.
No, I understand. So
The goal would be to pin him and
all go
parry?
outside.
yeah.
He downs what remaining wine is in the wineskin. He hands it
bodes
back
well.
to. He hands it back to us.
He's getting back to even.
Kill him! Kick his ass!
Let's do a quick initiative.
Yeah.
No,
I roll like shit for my initiative, so don't worry.
you can't roll the
14.
No, you're first.
Okay. Can I prepare something like when he comes at me?
You hold to prepare, sure.
I want to hold like not a shove, but like a
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Like the dodge,
That-
like the dodge
Parry.
action.
Yeah, you could definitely do a dodge action if you want to do that, which makes his attacks a disadvantage. Or you could do a athletics or acrobatics to do, like you said, like a quick sidestep.
Dude, it's the same no matter. I'll do an athletics.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. He's got a 16, so he comes at you with a 16.
Oh no, I only have 10, so
Okay. What's your AC?
16.
Okay.
Yeah.
Needs to be.
I
So you
put the
attempt to
shield
do
down,
a
guys.
sidestep. It's kind of one of those things like, ha ha ha, oh, and you get hit. And
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't ready. Kind of vibe.
I'm impressed, honestly.
So it'll be your turn.
Cool. I'll throw a swing at him.
Sure.
I don't know why I picked up this dice when it just failed me, but that's okay.
Nat 20.
so he gets his confidence. Literally, you don't like that he kind of did what he did. You felt those little cheap moves, and you have siblings, so you're like, "Fuck you." So you like give him a quick pop, just to, and he's like, and then falls back unconscious.
Oh, I didn't hold the punch.
Oops, we just leveled up.
Hold on.
Yes, I've got the utmost confidence in him. I feel really good about this decision.
I want to be like,
And that's what Avram is like. Excuse me. That's what he was supposed to do? Question mark.
well, just wanted to see how good he was. He hit me.
Yeah.
I accidentally hit him back.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry
No.
about that. I want to be like patting his face, like, come on, buddy.
Esmeralda's, like, come on, like, try to help him
Yeah,
up.
come on, it's okay. Hey, you did great. Like as he's coming to, it's just our faces.
Don't patronize me, is what he'll
I
say.
mean you did great.
As I'm watching this interaction, I want to do an insight check on him.
Sure.
And what I'm looking for specifically is how
Riley turns to you.
what
Ryan, and she's
I'm
like,
looking for is I want to get an idea if he is
"Call."
how do I want to phrase this? I'm looking for his basically what I'm trying to figure out is were they killing him just to torture him? Or were they trying to fucking murder him and figure out the same way that Strahd figured out they couldn't because of me?
No, you don't need to roll anything for that. Literally,
Okay.
we're trying to just torture him, and they were trying to mess him up and just to prove a point, which is why Morgantha would have deposited him back to you after she
Got
was
it.
done. Because I'm pretty sure that whole bargain triggered after he was gone, so he would not apply because he probably would
Same time. You're right.
So he's not under the same
Yeah.
protection per se.
Okay.
He may have been somewhere else altogether, not even on this particular plane of existence.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
gonna
lean over to Fialova as we're watching this kind of go on, and I'm gonna go, do we really want somebody fighting beside us who has PTSD about us?
You're asking a person with PTSD.
Yeah.
I'm staring off into space.
She's having flashbacks.
Because she had PTSD.
So when the party first met, they were like,
I
"Feel
know,
like
not
directed at
that."
That was a very intentional question.
I'll probably look back and you know my stance. I've made my point, but I will go with what the group wants. But
Dragon.
What?
I don't want
the
to.
only thing I'm afraid of is the dragon.
What I don't want is we're all sleeping and he jumps up and stabs one of us. I'm not afraid of what he'll do in battle. He'll probably be fierce because he's fearless. But what he'll do because of his traumas against us can be fatal. But
Agreed.
also, like, I guess technically you ain't going nowhere. He can stab me to death. I'll just pop back up, whatever.
I don't think we should rely on that too much longer.
Also, before we disembark and before I cast any sending or anything like that, I would like to at least remove my curse.
I would like my curse to be removed as well.
I'll do that.
Okay. You can cast that.
Okay.
Does Avram run the spell?
I don't
know.
need it to be cast on me.
Okay. I actually think we talked about that the last time, a few months ago.
Right.
He does not have
Because
the
my
curse.
circumstances are slightly different.
Yes. It was in our original discussion of it, and how we were like, I don't know if it would work for you.
Just a reminder, this means if Ben dies, that's it. There's nothing binding us to life anymore.
I don't necessarily know that I want to go back to life at this point.
I'm going to
certainly
second that one.
Welcome to the ego portion of the
God.
Strahd.
Cut my life into pieces. I've got at least 9 other siblings who could just do whatever they want, so what's it matter?
So I
I'll
cast it
cast
on myself.
Remove curse on Avram.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Because I assume as another Twilight cleric that would be his wishes.
So he definitely is going to put his massive, manly hand on your shoulder and gives it just that kind of squeeze right around the collarbone, and he's like, "Thank you, thank you."
Oh, I'm not his type. Now I get it.
Yep. Yep.
Ben's just over in the corner next to Fialova drooling. I mean, it's just like, you know, everything he wants.
Riley, are you certain?
I don't really think my god's all for it, so yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Cast it on me.
Nothing changes now, right? It's only after we complete a long rest. Okay.
Right.
I guess I could have waited until end of the
All
day.
right, let's
I'll
send
see
him
you
to
well.
Kreshik, but make sure that we send him off dressed as a burgomaster and not as somebody who just had the absolute snot kicked out of him.
Life kicked out of them.
Let me see what I can find, and I'm gonna go to my disguise kit and my little costume box, and I'm going to the very first jacket I wore coming into Barovia, that beautiful like embroidered jacket.
Right.
I will give him my finest, basically the Ben Durachazin of it all. I give him that whole identity.
Okay.
And when Ben comes back, he comes back in simple breeches, tight boots, his studded leather, and kind of one of those linen shirts that he's just rolled up at the sleeves, just gone as plain as possible. And he goes, "You know what, guys? I can't find my fucking sword, but at this point, who cares? Let's go. Let's go fucking kill something."
Yes.
Let's go be better.
Yeah.
With your hands.
Join hands?
With your
No.
kill something with your hands.
Well,
Not
I
fun.
always have these, and I'm gonna go and try to summon the psychic daggers, and I'll say instead the rapier shows up in his hand, and he goes, "That's
Oh, you
I
found your
found it,
sword.
yeah.
That's wonderful.
Great.
That's new. I really don't like this place, guys. It's doing way too many things to me, and I can't keep track of anything anymore. And I'll wave my hand, and it'll vanish too. Let's go kill something. Sounds fun.
Okay. So, Esmeralda's going to take the wagon.
Yes.
Esmeralda's going to take
Avram.
And
Is Casimir agreeing to it?
As
long as he gets to go to the Amber Temple.
As long as his final destination is the Amber Temple.
Which it is. Okay, got
And
it.
he's good with being a protector of everyone else. He knows that it's a quick pit stop.
They're about a day. They'll be about a day behind us, essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
And timing-wise, like you said, by the time you do whatever you need to do, it should line up to where you could reconvene.
Yeah.
So you all will be on foot. The wagon will pull out. But before the wagon pulls out, I would say that Esmeralda is going to come to each of you and say, I will make sure that he's taken care of. That she has quite a bit of sympathy for Ismark. She'll kind of be his overwatch or protector, if you will. They say their goodbyes.
I would love to pull Ez in for a hug, and I'm gonna pull her in tight, and I'm gonna whisper in her ear, and I go, "Don't fuck this up."
Okay. She's a little conflicted.
Of course.
So you can feel kind of the ebb and flow, kind of the resistance, and then kind of the same time returning the embrace. But there's that kind of moment, especially after kind of some of the events that happened the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll go to the wagon. She says, and the horses appear.
Great.
And
do we catch that phrase ever?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just in case.
One more time. I'm going to write it down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
And then, yeah.
All right. Well.
And then there were 5.
As you all are standing there, the wagon begins to kind of pull away.
Dragon.
And Strahd. You took too long fucking deciding.
So,
PTSD.
as this is happening, you're going to see actually the wagon door, because all the things were still disarmed. The wagon door tosses open the back wagon door. Avram is going to leap from the back, and he comes running right towards Rhodes.
Oh.
Avert your gaze. I immediately older
gets-
sister oh my gosh.
As he gets to Rhodes, he looks very passionately at Rhodes, and he's like, "We may never see each other again."
Avert your gaze. Oh, we all turn and look the other way. It's just like
I've got a feeling that Bet is just watching.
Since everybody's averted their gaze, you don't know what happens, and then you just see Rhodes or Avram trot back.
I'm looking like this.
Is Rhodes blushing?
Rhodes will just say, "We've had more time than we expected already."
And now the wagon goes away into the mist and fog in which you all are standing alone.
We're not alone. We have the power of French.
Well, fuck, guys. I guess there is something to fight for now. Love. We have to fight for love.
That's a little gay. No. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
All the guys fight for love. All the girls.
I fight
I
for
don't know
revenge.
these people at all.
Would I like to tell you about a certain god?
my Lord and Savior.
Yeah. He's cool with that, if you are.
A flash of lightning in the sky.
Not you.
Crack of thunder.
Oh, okay. I don't know which one. I don't know what thunder means. I know lightning is yes. Thunder might be. I don't know. I have to figure it out. I write that down.
What does the
What are we doing?
lightning mean?
3 lightning means murder us. Or actually, I think it technically means we're lying. Or someone lied. Because that's how they called us out the last time. And then 1 crack of lightning means yes, because that's when Ben offered them the deal. The guy looked up 1 crash of lightning, and then he was like, fine, I guess that's cool.
It's also natural phenomena. They could be totally
I don't know
random.
what is genuine and what is not, so I'm just going to look to the sky for answers most times.
I think correct me wrong, we're making our way to Baresh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where.
You could.
Are we on horseback?
No,
we
you
lost 2 horses.
You only have 1 horse left, right?
Yeah.
Two horses.
Okay.
We had
Yeah.
4 horses, and now we only have 2 horses.
Mhm.
So someone's gonna have to walk.
I'll walk.
Oh, wow. I wanted to go to Kresik, for the record, with the fucking carriage.
You still can if you want to run and catch up.
No.
No.
So is
I would like to walk back with you.
what's it?
To where? Oh, walk.
Treasure.
Yeah, if they're you
What's
know
it, Treasure?
walking with the horses and
It's a swamp. It's what we
we get
discussed in
behind
the
far
plan.
enough that I might
So
whisper
we gotta
something
go there,
to her.
and
Okay.
Is that the Amber Temple?
it's towards the Amber Temple.
It's on the way to the Amber Temple.
So
And
we're gonna
then,
stop there.
Kresik is St. Markovia.
Yes.
So I guess we'll just text them what we want from the store.
Yeah, I was gonna say nobody told them anything they wanted.
They heard our discussions. They heard our plan.
Did they though?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
We
want
might want
magical, super powerful weapons that
Yeah.
allow us to nuke the castle. That's what we're looking for.
holy water.
So all I heard is, "Hey, here's some cash. Just do what you can."
Yeah. We gave them all like links from our
Healing
pockets.
potions.
Yeah,
Holy
it's like me with my
water.
kids. Hey, run in there and grab me just a bunch of junk food, can you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bring me some
We want
back.
some candy.
Basically.
I remember them. I trust his judgment.
Bring back orange slices. No one likes this candy.
This is an abomination of candy.
As we're
Yeah. I
walking
trust you.
to Barej,
Rich.
the swamp of Anti-Lysaga, I want to close my eyes and go into that place that I have found her before. And I just want to say a very simple, and whoever I'm walking with or riding with, you will likely feel like if he's walking, he's probably grabbed your hand or something. Like he's doing something to like steady himself, so he doesn't run into something.
Who's he riding with?
Who you riding with? You got Niley and Rhodes. Who you hopping up with?
Roads, 1,000% roads.
Yeah.
Um,
Niley would throw him off the horse.
just like smelling Avram, just like on his hair. I'm like, this is amazing.
Great.
So manly.
Yeah. Oh, I love the musk.
That would mean we're on a horse unless you're walking.
I'm walking with her.
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, we're traipsing.
It's like
We're up to
And-
the wizard.
we're right next to you.
I'm going to reach out to Auntie Lysaga. And I'm going to say, your nephew wants to stop by for a visit. There is a mighty meddlesome hag by the name of Morgantha who seems to be stirring up some trouble for us. Specifically for you. I would love some help to take her out.
That's your other auntie?
That's her
You
literal
best be
sister.
nice to her, too.
Yeah.
Are you doing Fae stuff back there?
Damn, Rhodes, hush! Hush, I'm trying to focus on the Fae.
I said no Fae on this horse. I said no Fae. I will turn this horse around.
Corey, I love you so much.
This is a horse of secular deities.
There is a brief kind of like jolt as your body kind of convulses in roads. You can feel it kind of tense up and convulse, which is probably why I ask, are you doing faces?
Are you doing fake stuff?
Are you just happy to see me?
It's like this weird sensation to where you feel as like your vision is just kind of like thrust at high speeds through various turns and through brush and creepy places and stuff until you are at this swamped area.
Oh.
And you can see in the distance this massive traveling hut that has kind of rooted itself, like these chicken legs or these walking legs have like dug into the
Created like a little nest.
Kind of.
Okay.
You can see that there's flickering light coming from the windows, and that there's this. There doesn't appear to be a ladder or a set of steps until like you really lock on. You might take a few steps forward as you just out of the mud, and when you take those few steps forward, you can see that there's this kind of gnarled root or pair of roots near the doorway that are kind of shaping the frame, and they just start to twist and knot and spiral, forming this kind of set of steps that spiral up. And it's almost like a caged spiral steps that lead right up to the doorway.
Okay. Auntie, I would never dream to enter your abode uninvited. That seems to be something, a bit of the cultural etiquette here. May I come in?
You will see a silhouette at the door, but you can't quite make out the details of the silhouette. It's hunched. It looks very familiar, like Auntie's silhouette. And you'll just hear, "Come, come."
I'll walk in, and as I'm walking up, this is kind of a test, because I'm assuming I'm in the swamp and getting muddy and gross. I want to cast Prestidigitation and clean my boots off as I start to ascend the steps. So I'm not tracking mud into her house.
As you get to the spiral steps, you take those first couple steps, it definitely will, you'll clean your feet. But then you notice something in the distance, like as you're just kind of looking past into the forest, there's a set of glowing eyes, green, almost like smoke kind of wisping off of them. And they're staring directly at you.
Different from the silhouette that's in the house?
Oh, absolutely, 100% different.
Do they look like Morgantha Hag eyes or like Shadow Dragon eyes?
I would say there's a good possibility, like you take another step, and like if you try to hone or focus in, you probably would get the vibe that it looks very familiar to the night before of Morgantha, possibly.
Okay.
If you try to get a better look or pry any further, it just kind of blends in. There's a flock of ravens that fly out.
I'll take a pause, and I'll lock on to that memory. Meaning I want that to be crystal clear in my head. And I'm going to just very gently open the door.
Okay. The door opens.
WD-40.
Naughty.
You know, Auntie, you should have someone look at that door. That is awfully creaky. And I'm going to step into the abode.
As you step into, you can see the interior is very hag-like. Tons of baubles, trinkets, and different things there. Bottles full of mysterious lights and different things.
Organs.
There is a small kind of...
Any red threads inside this abode at all?
Give me a moment.
Sorry.
There's like a stone fireplace that has been built by like hand placing stones and kind of hand mortared in there. There's a small iron pot that's kind of bubbling, and she's like huddled over top of this. And when you go in and you look up, you can see essentially that there's the ceiling kind of goes up, and there's a small hole, probably about 18 inches in diameter.
Okay.
And streaming from that hole, kind of forming the interior or the roof itself, is just littered with red threads. Just littered with red threads. The door behind you immediately... Rhodes, as you're riding along, you no longer feel the grasp of Ben behind you.
Oh, boy.
Is it that face shit?
We're kind of like walking behind the horses. Do we not see Ben behind him anymore?
I would say when you do look, if you are behind the horses, then you would see him kind of like go like a translucent and then gone.
My turn to look at Rhodes.
What the?
That's not
Yes, Rhodes, I do believe he was doing some face shit back there.
Auntie Lysaga, it is lovely to finally meet you in person. Do you have a
good.
puppet
dog is not
You got
nearby?
a dog.
Is that
Yes.
something that's...
Little baby Cerberus.
Deuce, buddy.
That's Rhodes yelling. Ben!
Just comes out as a puppy.
Yes, that's what she's turned it into. That's good.
Auntie Lysaga, I would love to make this particular visit brief, because I do need to visit you again. I need to show you something, because something is hunting you. And I'm going to produce one of the little fireflies in my finger. And if you'll allow me, I can show you.
I wouldn't want to be connected to that mind.
So what she does is she's going to turn, and she's got this creepy kind of like underglow from the flames.
Sure.
And as she does, the flames were kind of like naturally kind of a natural orange, yellow hue. And when she goes around, there's these creepy kind of like wisp of like green that emanate from the pot. The flame goes purple and kind of gives that crazy looking underlight. She gets that bony finger and she says, come, put it in the pot. Put it in the pot, is what she'll say.
I think you should have a legal representative. You're calling for your lawyer right now.
Don't say another word.
It's legal eagle.
But in order for me to show you, this has to be inside your head.
Do you forget who I am?
Do you forget who I came from?
My dad owns a dealership.
My papa drives a Rolls Royce.
She says, she'll extend her bony hand is what she'll do to receive.
And I'll just blow it over kind of to her.
Okay.
And the memories, there are two things that I'm doing in this moment. The first is that I am flooding her with every single interaction we have had with Morgantha. And inside those memories, I am rewriting moments where I am showing her things where Morgantha is actively cursing Baba Lysaga, where Morgantha is torturing Ismark as a tool to murder Baba Lysaga, that she has attempted to threaten me to murder Baba Lysaga, and I'm going to anchor it. The one that keeps like kind of flipping back is the image of the eyes outside. So it's rooted in something real, but all the other memories, so it's like a sleight of hand, right? I'm showing her something real with this hand and fucking with it at the other. While I'm inside of her brain, I am stealthily sneaking through her mind to attempt to find her location of exactly where she is.
Being Baba Lysaga or being...
The Baba Lysaga hut.
Okay. Go ahead and... You know what? I would say because of the way you set everything up, there's no need to roll. You'll be crafty enough to where you can start kind of manipulating your kind of weave to kind of get to that location.
Okay.
And when you get to the point, I think what would happen is I probably would need a very easy wisdom saving throw, because you're going to be completely caught off guard.
Okay.
I'm so scared.
Dirty 20.
Oh, not a problem. It's more or less for fear-based, because you literally have pinned the location to where you are currently standing.
Okay.
And as this was taking place, because you were kind of hyper-focused on all this and trying to digging into it, that is when you feel something behind you.
Okay.
And when you feel that something behind you, what is it that Ben does?
When I feel something directly behind me?
It's a presence of sort, yes, that you're kind of feeling it physically behind you, but you're kind of like diving into this mental game essentially to get the information you want. How does he react to feeling that kind of presence, that physical presence behind?
Please be the Lord.
I'm
Please be the Lord. A Lord.
Strahd's Lord.
Please be a god. Just one of them.
I think he is so locked into Baba Lysaga and lost in her mind right now that he does nothing. That whatever is happening to him, he reacts to, not, oh, I just sensed something behind me. I don't think he even registers it.
Okay. And as that happens, you are going to be kind of like finishing your process of getting what you want. And that is when you are kind of like, you feel yourself pulled to where your concentration, your focus kind of like snaps back into like yourself, your reality. And you find yourself yanked and pinned to the ceiling by all of these threads that are very like living, as you are continuing to see them just kind of crisscross and weaving, pulling you to the roof of this hut. As she just kind of turns and hackles a little like.
Well, I can't do much about taking care of Morgantha if you've got me tied up here.
You fool! Morgantha is nothing more than a tool for me, is what she says.
Well, sometimes even ants revolt against their queen.
She looks and she kind of like staggers, moving very slowly, the hunch in her back, very pronounced. And she says, oh, and she kind of plops into her chair and begins to rock. And she just kind of stares and looks at you. And she just says, oh, naughty, is what she says as she's going to do that. And then we're going to cut back to the rest of you as you're trying to figure out what the fuck just happened.
I feel like, I don't know if we stay in one place or if we move.
We keep moving.
Well, we'll move a lot faster if everyone's on a horse, so...
Okay.
I've
Now
done
that
one
we've
with
got 2 and 2.
Niley.
Yeah.
Okay. Please don't have Ben come like sit on me.
Right,
while I'm
yeah.
back.
Just fall on your head.
I say we move double speed to get down there,
Um,
unless you think something different.
yeah, the two of us should be on a horse together. If
You and I?
Ben dies, it's up to you, too. So,
Wait, what? Why?
You still have a curse, technically, but you don't have a curse. So,
oh, you don't have a curse at all?
I removed mine.
Removed it.
our chances are all very similar. I think in for copper, in for gold, let's fucking full send. We've got allies who are going for Ben, so hopefully they grab some universal
make
stuff.
Any mention of what he was getting ready to do to us?
Nope.
Or did he? Okay, cool.
And you guys are
Thanks,
continuing
Ben.
on to the destination?
Can I make an insight check to what I think Ben was doing?
I don't think anybody's seen him do this before.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you a religion check.
Oh, okay.
It's a ridiculous DC.
Yeah. Is it over?
Guidance.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. I'll need it. Just due to who I am as a person.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. No. 21. And 21 plus 4 is 25.
It's good.
It's
You
not
have
enough.
your suspicions,
Okay.
but you have no idea.
Okay.
I feel like this is all the exact opposite of the kind of thing that Rhodes is like, has knowledge invested in.
Yeah, that's
So-
I'm like, Niley doesn't know shit about it. She just learned what deals were and found a loophole through her contract just by the skin of her teeth.
I
so.
might not know specifically, but I feel like having dealt with the
I think-
hags in the fae,
I think-
it would
I
be a
agree.
reasonable assumption that I'm like, he probably has gone to one of the hag realms or met with her. There's some fae thing going on.
I agree. I think you would even be quick to point it out just because of the trust you may or may not have, or however.
We all protected, as he said, or is it only him who has the safe passage?
I need everybody to make a perception check as you hear, ah, 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 probably about, I don't know, 60 feet in the distance.
12.
26.
27.
Oh, that's good.
Perception 20, dirty 20.
The three of you are going to see and hear in the distance. You're going to hear the calling of the ravens. You also see a silhouette that looks like it has been restrained to some sort of wicked-looking cross-like thing. Like it's like two large, twisted timbers that have been tied together, and there's an entity kind of affixed to it.
Caesar's Geist? The best I
mean,
could do with the name.
Yeah. And the ravens are perched on top of these posts, and they are like calling.
So we're galloping forward, and in the distance, we see like a cross on the ground, and there's like calling ravens surrounding
They are
it.
perched on top of it, yeah. And there's a entity, a medium-sized creature or whatever that is restrained or pinned to this.
Alright.
Is it like in the middle of the road?
It is off to the side,
But
but close enough to the road so it can be seen
The
possibly.
crows
as an
are making
example.
an image. Is that what I'm understanding?
no, the crows are perched on top
They are
of the...
alerting. They are.
They are. Hey guys, there's
I
a free
will-
meal over here. It's almost dead.
I will pull the reins and slow
Same.
as we approach.
Okay. As you approach, you begin to see the
Pull riot control out.
the thin figure of a half-elven man,
Half elven. Okay.
Okay.
bound by a rope, some vine with thorns around the wrist, etc.
Can I tell if it's real?
You can make a wisdom saving throw to see if the brain's fucking with you. Sure.
Can I use Mage Hand to, give my Mage Hand like a little dagger and have it go just saw the ropes off?
27, and it was a nat 20 if that
Now, you're
matters.
pretty sure that you're awake and this is real.
Cool, awesome. I'm starting to learn the difference here.
Sure, I'm good with that if you want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mage hand, you deposit the dagger, it's light enough, you'll go and begin to manipulate and cut it away.
Does this person look like they're breathing? Or are they alive?
They look as if they are hanging on to life, and the closer you get, the more you begin to recognize the different features and things. This is Rotavio.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
Oh, Daddy Rudy. Uh-oh.
yeah. Move right up.
Yep. He has been through the ringer, essentially. He's got some markings on his face, his neck, his hands and wrists, like he's been roughed up a little bit.
I'll throw a healing word at him.
The
just
crows,
one.
they'll fly off. Half of his body begins to slump as you use the mage hand.
I'll catch.
You finish cutting and then he into your arms.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a perception check when he does that.
I give him 7 health, 7 points of healing.
It's very good. Wounds begin to heal.
It's a 3.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Cool,
What-
awesome.
Anybody else doing anything?
Yeah.
I can.
You guys help.
20. 30, 20.
As
Yeah.
Niley is like, trying to do like
I'd
her
be going to
Yeah.
set him down on the ground and just do a full...
roads. That's when you spot 2 puncture marks on his neck.
Stand back.
I'll fucking leap back. Yeah, literally just...
Just into the earth as he's like,
I take it back.
Ouch.
what?
Inflict wounds.
Hold on. Whoa.
Up, down, up, down.
Does he look like I do? Does he look dead?
No, he looks very much alive.
I don't think he's...
His neck, Miley.
Oh, shit. She moved her hair out of her face. She's like, oh, man.
Octavio.
Yes, he's very weak. Help an old man up, will you? When he tries to stand, he's got 7 hit points or 8 hit points at this.
I will reach in my pack and pull out his tome. We found your tome. We found your journal.
Oh, good. I was attempting to get this to you when I was apprehended by him, and he looks in the direction of where Ravenloft would be.
Do I know what is the, I guess, the church's stance on what one does when they come upon someone who has been bitten?
Paladins usually kill him.
They usually just run him through with a stake and murder him and get rid of him, yeah.
Okay.
I would say, like, maybe your particular one, they might try to remove it, fix it somehow, potentially.
I mean, he's a vampire hunter. Shouldn't we ask him? Can we huddle up for a second, guys?
My friend, I believe you would know better than any of us.
Yes, I've been bitten, is what you'll say. I'll be fine. Just don't let me die and buried, is what he says.
Yeah, make sure.
So
that
if we
doesn't-
die and burn your body, it's good to go? Got this, guys.
My time is short.
Indeed,
That's
yes.
what he's going to say. Where's Esmeralda?
She's gone to Christmas.
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 She's gone to Christmas.
Gone to Christmas
We're pulling Santa in for this. We need all hands on deck.
And his
Father
fucking elves.
Christmas.
We need the fucking elves. Yeah, we sent her and a few other people to get us supplies.
Okay. We'll cut this and we'll go right back to Ben. Ben, I need you to give me a Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Just don't fail.
He's got it.
16.
Yeah. You take 6 points of like physical crushing damage as you are beginning to like be pulled into the roof, and you can feel like the air escaping from your lungs, and things are getting extremely tight. It's hard to speak. It's hard to breathe.
Can I see outside the window?
Which window? There's a couple.
Kind of the one by the front door that's locked.
Sure. We'll say you can.
Cool. I misty step to outside the house.
Perfect. So when you do, you'll end up outside.
And I'll just kind of shake. Go ahead.
And as you do that, you kind of get yourself shaken free, and then you are literally like pulled backwards the same direction in which you came.
Like the threads were still attached to me?
They are not. When you Misty stepped out, you were free of the threads, but that same kind of pull when you went into that meditative state, you're literally like shunted back.
To us?
Like
no, to the Baba Yaga.
Back inside to Baba Lysagas.
No, not inside. You are shunted back the same pathway to the party.
Yeah, okay.
Because remember, that's how you kind of got pulled like hyperspace, like to this place.
Yeah. So
now you're like shunted backwards. You will like pop right in front of the party.
I throw a punch. I'm probably freaked out. If he's close enough to hit.
Rose just gets on his knees and he's just like, please.
I'm not gonna lie. Literally, some just like immediate.
He's been close. Like, where does he pop in at? Like in the middle of all of us?
He would be enough to where thematically you're not gonna like hit him, but you could throw like thematically everybody could roleplay out like you're throwing punches. You're freaked out, obviously, but
yeah,
everybody is off the horses.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I pop back onto the horse. I'd be like, why did we stop? I don't understand.
And when you look at them, you can see a very rough-looking Rictavio as they are like asking him questions.
Oh no. What happened?
I'd say I'm probably letting them handle the questions because I don't think I've ever met this person.
It's true.
So I don't know if I'm... Oh, brother, you're back. Did you have an interesting conversation?
Sister, I did, and lovely thing for us, I know where she is.
We're so fucked.
You see Rhodes with sword and shield drawn.
Rhodes, what are you doing?
He's been bitten.
In relation to Rictavio, where are you?
Standing directly in front.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to use my last cast of Misty Step and put myself directly in between them. Okay, Rhodes. I know we talked about killing people, and I was a little confused about Ismark before, but correct me if I'm wrong, he's not technically a vampire yet.
He's not yet. And he also knows more than we do about a potential cure for himself. But
okay.
We shouldn't let our guard down.
Agreed. Rictavio, no weapons for you. You've been a bad boy. Now.
Sit down.
What the fuck are we going
I'll
to do?
kind of ask, like, do you feel like you can help us, or shall we continue on to the swamp?
I will help you until I cannot no more. I will tell you exactly what you need to do to get rid of me. That's what he says.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Try that again.
15.
Oh, he's 100%. He's played this game. He's
7.
old. He's had to do things to his. He knows my time is short, but I'm not laying down and going, woe is me. I'm going out swinging.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna fight until I can't fight no more, and then you can run me through.
I'm
like,
so inspired to be this man.
In this world, can undead creatures like vampires hold holy symbols, or does it like burn and sear them?
Undeads, yeah, I would say it probably would have the stereotypical, or the not stereotypical. I can't even talk.
Stereotypical.
Thank you.
I got you.
Yeah, it'll have that effect where if they were to hold something holy,
Let
most
me talk
of
to you
that
about
you,
garlic.
it would affect most that you would have encountered up to this point.
Do we have an extra? I know we're handing out holy symbols like they're fucking candy. But do we happen to have an extra holy symbol on hand that we've not given out already?
No, we
He's
give it to
got-
him.
He's got the Ravenkind symbol.
Well, I'm wearing the Ravenkind, so I have my holy symbol of...
I thought you gave that
You
to
gave it to
Avram.
Avram.
Oh, did he not have his own anymore?
No.
Because we came across a turned...
Oh yeah, no, we gave him one of
do
the
have
ones
an
from the vampire
extra
camp.
one.
Okay, fair enough.
We keep losing our holy symbols.
It's
Excuse me.
It's the fog. It's the mist.
Crazy
Yeah.
idea. Could we use that holy symbol as like a life alert? So if he is wearing it and starts to smoke, we kill him.
That's a very good plausible plan.
Yeah.
And Rictavio will be like, "That's an excellent idea. Here, give it to me." And he'll put
we
it
put a
on.
shock
like,
collar on her.
yes.
I
Can I
Doesn't
use
care.
Very
the
much
holy symbol as a
appreciate
life alert?
your
That's going on my
description of my holy order's symbol.
A life alert.
Yeah. So technically,
It's a
yes,
shock collar.
both mechanically and thematically.
Yeah, that's great.
He can even explain to you because he is a hunter. Until he's like completely dead and buried, he's still technically okay. Once that happens, yeah, then there's a good possibility he'll return as a vampire.
That's fine. Just stay 10 paces in front of me so I can hold you and run you through.
Respect.
Yeah, literally. I think Niley's just like swooning over this man, to be completely honest with you. She's never met someone more badass.
How dare you?
Okay, listen.
Just kidding.
Listen, we're all badass, but this man.
He says there are many powers at play, for sure. I've learned a few things.
Oh?
First of all, Strahd is losing control of this realm.
Uh-oh.
Nailed it.
Fuck yeah. This was small high five.
You are a piece of the puzzle, is what he's going to say.
We're missing too. You'll never.
But there are
finish this
two other
puzzle.
entities that I can't quite put my finger on that have their hand in the mix.
Two?
Oh.
I can think of 2 other hags that have been annoying.
Right, but
They may not just be hags. One certainly is a beautiful ant. The other, we're not sure is a hag. As far as I know, Morgantha is but an ant compared to the ant, if you know what I'm saying.
Like
Wow,
a bridesmaid, never a bride.
aunt to aunt.
Yeah.
She's
An
just
ant to the
aunt.
aunt.
Then we have grandmama, and then we have auntie.
What about auntie?
Grandmama isn't here. She's fucking off in the Feywild, as far as we know.
I hope she
Good for
stays
her.
forever.
And then there's roads.
Yes, Rhodes is
He's
the
actually been
4th player
against us
in this
all
game.
along.
Victavio, if you have theories on who these other 2 entities are, care to share? While we walk and talk to a beautiful vacation spot of the Swamp of the Res.
He is in no condition to per se walk, because if you remember, he usually walked with a cane. He's
He
all
can.
He can be on the horse, and
I'll
we'll lead
give-
him.
okay. I was gonna, okay, so he will definitely take the horse because
Yeah.
sure, his suspicions are one of them is a hag. He's unsure of which or who.
Right.
The other one is a Vistani elder, is what he's going to say.
Thought so.
Ava.
Mhm.
It could be those other guys, though.
Mm-mm. I think it's the fortune teller lady. I don't know the like me above the table thinks it's the fortune
Yeah.
teller lady.
Well, the Vistani,
Or
the only
Ava.
elder, the only
Oh, no.
Vistani elder we've ever met is Ava, and frankly, what she has done to kind of derail his power structure here in Barovia is bring us on board.
Yeah,
So
but I
it's
thought that
like-
was her game.
Well, yeah, but
Pretty good
she's one of the
time.
powers that's preventing him from taking control.
Yeah?
I don't think Stanimir technically counts as a Vistani. That would be another person that we know as like a Vistani elder.
Yeah.
Or Casimir, not Stanimir. Who the fuck is Stanimir? Casimir.
Stanimir is another Vistani. He's the
Yeah.
one you made I need a 24-hour head start with.
Yeah.
No, that was
Yeah, we're
Argal.
Aragon, my Stanimir the brother.
No,
They're
it's Argal and
Speaking of
Stanimir.
Don't we? don't-
no
Speaking of
Stanimir.
I don't have 24 hours.
Stanimir's another Vistani guy. I think he's the original guy who brought the OG team to Barovia.
He brought us here.
There you go.
He's an elder as well.
There you go.
He was an elder,
He
though.
was an elder.
But I meant Casimir was the other.
No, he's a dusk elf.
Correct.
Exactly,
Oh,
but he's
I
like
know
a
it's
part of the
and I told everyone
Vistani.
his backstory.
No, I don't think you all.
We did not
We
tell
just
his
brought our new
backstory.
friend along. Like, just trust him.
We're
It's
like,
fine.
hey, this is our friend. It didn't feel like ours to tell.
Do you want to tell the backstory? Or?
So this is the backstory.
Yeah.
Love it.
Do you need me to actually say it?
What was?
He's a dusk elf.
He's a dusk elf.
Yes.
Strahd essentially killed all the women
And children.
and children, so there's only
Yikes.
men left, so they can't ever procreate. And Casimir needs to get to the Amber Temple for his own goal. We didn't ask what, because
He killed all of the female and children dusk elves.
yes.
Strahd did.
So they
Yes,
cannot
Strahd did.
reproduce.
So, and
Now
then
it's
they
just a waiting
pissed
game.
off the Vistani and Strahd somehow. I don't know what they they were power that was existing in Barovia.
And they were
And
threatening.
like
threatening
pushing
And
back.
Strahd was not afraid of them. So
Yeah.
he decided to end the threat.
genocide.
Yeah.
Dusk elves are a native species to the Shadowfell.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We talk that as we're going.
Sure.
Feel like
Well,
magic.
I would love to have another conversation with my aunt. I think she's got some lovely things that she could share with us.
Can I just
if
invite him?
You're more than welcome to insight
I
him.
just want to know what it's gonna. I got a 16, and if you're lying,
You're never going to beat him.
yeah, I know. He has a stupid high deception.
14.
Oh, you
Oh.
did that on purpose. Anyway.
I rolled a 5 and I've got a 9 in deception. That is a 14.
All right, so 16 beats 14.
Yeah.
So when you were gone before, everything was fine?
Everything was hunky dory. It was a
We're gonna
lovely
get our-
visit that
we're
I
gonna get our
had.
teeth kicked in. Oh my god.
I love to remember the things that I've written about my past and the things that have happened to me and how they might influence my future. But yes, I had a lovely visit with my aunt. It was incredible and I'd love to go back.
Your facade is starting to crumble, my friend.
Yeah, I have a passive 18. I'm over here like, can he just stop spouting bullshit
Same.
one
I
time?
think I have a passive 15. Yeah.
Like, he just keeps going. Is he a boomer?
All right. I think at this point, we'll montage you guys because you're going directly towards.
Certain death. Yeah.
Yes.
If I could break in for 1 minute, I would like to find if subtly maybe.
Can't you just talk in my head?
Good point.
Wow.
Why do I even? It's fine.
Why are you whispering? Just say it in my head.
Hey, just fucking message me in your head. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm gonna subtly point a finger towards you, and I'll say, "Are you okay? I'm slightly worried about some of the things you've been saying. I don't feel like your heart is in the whole murder Strahd anymore, or heart, or willingness, or I don't know."
Well, in my head, I think it's been a journey. I started as a blank slate as well. I really don't even know what my baseline emotions are. Initially, I was traumatized immediately, very first moment stepping in here by a man on a flaming horse. So I don't really think that I'm okay, but I don't really have a reference for what okay might be. So my heart really isn't into anything because I'm trying to just, shove those feelings all the way down so I can try to heal you guys when you keep fucking running into the forest, I say very loudly out loud.
Oh, she wants us to run into the forest. Rose,
No,
let's run into the forest. Oh.
It's kind of like a very
Ours off his
long,
armor.
hysterical rant, to say, I'm not going to fall off the handle, I'm not going to kill myself, but I'm really still not good. I don't think any of us are really good, though.
Doing fucking
Um,
great.
I would like to roll an insight on that and to make sure, I'm feeling your feelings right, I suppose.
I don't really need to, I don't know.
You're telling
I have a
Yeah.
passive 15, so.
I'm
that's
being
enough.
true, I'm just
Okay.
literally,
Okay.
word vomiting my feelings.
I would like to say something. I don't care. I can say it out loud if you guys will keep it above the table.
Yeah.
But it's obviously not going to be something that any of your characters have heard. So. Or we can clear the room if you want mystery and suspense.
Up to you.
It's up to you.
I'll leave it up to you. Because you'll be the one that has to do something with it.
Do you
We
want
could
to keep
cover
it?
our
Do you want to
ears.
keep it more suspenseful and have them step out, or do you want to like they'll have to respect the above the table and whatever happens happens?
Completely up to you.
I will just say
I'm gonna
it.
take my headphones off.
Yeah,
I can't hear
up to you
shit.
guys. You can choose to
Alright.
not perceive and respect their privacy, or you can choose to.
I think we're pretty honest players.
Yeah.
James is not, so I took his headphones off.
Right.
So
What?
Nothing. You're good.
I will say in your head,
What?
Nothing.
what
Just give me a thumbs up when I can come back.
to Ben.
Very little.
So, what allegiance do you hold to Irina?
I'm here for the ride and to get home.
That's what she
What
said.
if the ride
BJ.
ends? What if the ride that doesn't end in death and/or dismemberment is siding with Strahd?
No. I'm full.
I love that you asked the other cleric. You were like,
I know where that is gonna be.
I just like. That's great.
He's very good with his. Yeah.
I'm just my initial reaction to that would just be revulsion. Like I would not willingly side if he took control of my body and did that, which I'm totally accustomed to because I was abducted.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
mhm.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
my
you're there.
trauma was slipping out.
Button it back up.
Very familiar trauma survivor. Very fine.
But no, I feel like I do not want to willingly side with him. I will definitely attempt to deceive him poorly, but
Like if it came down
Poorly.
to we had to pick a side, either the hag or Strahd.
Rudolph.
or I just don't think we will be able to maintain ourselves as
control into my shield.
a relevant
backwards.
third party power-wise. So between those two forces,
my personal goal will be to get back to my monastery with my people, and that will remain my goal. I was brought here against my will. The only comfort and love I know is there, so I will not side with either one of those evil things, but I will rely on my hope and faith that I can return. So if we temporarily side with one evil, and then we turn our blades on to the person that we sided with, I'm okay with that. But I will not.
don't want to be here forever as one of their lifelong minions.
Right. I'd rather die from that than that. So if I fight to the death trying to kill them all, that's okay. If I win and get to go home, even better.
For the sake of time, a similar situation will also occur with you.
Oh, great.
So,
To
very similar with just a...
be fair, Niley's asking Rudolph how to fucking kill a dragon because she's so done getting her ass kicked. She's like,
You
How
have to
do
ask
I-
a cleric and a paladin.
how do I kill that stupid fucking dragon? You have to know.
It's a funny story about the dragon. He's going to tell you the dragon is not actually a dragon. The dragon
What?
is actually a wizard who has been trapped in a polymorph state.
What the fuck?
So how do I kill the wizard?
Dispel magic.
With kindness? I don't know.
The wizard who is controlled to destroy the sword.
Is that Kazan?
Maybe.
So the shadow dragon is actually
It's a wizard.
a wizard, Harry, that has been polymorphed.
Yeah. So you asked Niley if she wants to side with Strahd
Right after that conversation.
right after that.
No, I'll just kind of along the same lines
Cool.
of
I was like, you're gonna come right
what
out and
allegiance
say
do
it?
you have to Ben? What allegiance do you have to? And if it came down to like the two, if it came down to two evils, or like we run or die, like
I die.
okay, she kind of just like a mental check-in of like
Not for any good reason. I would die because I hate him.
Strahd or
so.
Ben? I missed that part. Okay.
So
Strahd.
Okay.
So if it came down to it, you might be more willing to side with the hag? Even knowing all of the
Well,
things that
I figured out
they're capable
one
of.
side of a contract, but to say I couldn't figure out more.
True.
Also, no, it's literally if it looks like one of us is going to die, I will be the one to die.
Thank you for your input.
It's
Would you like to
subject.
take a survey?
I was gonna say.
It's very subjective, though. Because you were the last person who saw my sister alive, and you came back, but she didn't.
Well, I think at this point, because I had kind of asked her about the sending, like, I would have filled you in. Like, she's there. The only thing I can assume is that if she hasn't caught up with us by this point, that either she's, like, lagging behind us, but, I mean, I think maybe one of the, like, I would have assumed that if she would have gone back to the city, would have gone to that, like, inn or whatever, they would have said, like, we're going to the tower. So I probably at this point would have been like, maybe she stayed there, helped the villagers, or just stayed safe in the church, hoping that the church and the holiness, or, you know, whatever. So, like, I think she's probably on a mission, whether or not it's related to Ismark, if we want to, like, send her a message, but that would require the sending. So.
Yeah. Yeah, about as well as it would go with Rhodes. It's the answer.
Yeah. So, sorry, Rhodes. I would love to have a personal conversation with you, but
I love Strahd.
I am Strahd. Oh.
I
Look at my
would.
tattoo.
So, I asked about the allegiance to Ben and the allegiance to the girl. Can't think of her name right now.
Irina?
Yes.
Full allegiance to both.
Okay.
Does this conclude your mind?
It concludes my mind games.
Yeah.
You're on.
Sure felt like you guys were planning something against me, but I don't want to say that's what it felt like.
100%.
Oh, we should have kept looking at him like real, like.
This guy over here.
Yeah.
What the
Oh,
We should have to stay in the
man.
room this time. You guys made me leave.
It's true.
Best D&D group ever.
Good DM.
We don't need him.
anymore.
We don't need him. Goodbye.
To be fair, I was like, does someone need to sit there? Or.
I popped in once and I was like, that's a good roll.
So, after all this has taken place,
What does this look like? This conversation. What does this look like to me?
Like this.
Feverish whispers.
No, I have a message spell.
Oh!
We're just looking at each other with our
Not even
facial
looking,
features.
all I have to do is point. So that's the only thing.
Probably at
Is
some
I-
point I'd go, you know, guys, I could just create a group chat. Like, if that's what we want to do, we could all just talk to each other.
No need.
No need, brother. No need.
What?
You can do that.
What is a group?
Now, just
I'm
so
sorry,
I
I don't have
understand,
the
for
data
the
for
point
that.
of driving the story or the narrative, we are going to Berez or whatever, right? You're still
Yes.
planning on going
This
there.
is the swamp
Uh-huh.
where we expect to meet the Baba Yaga.
Okay,
The saga.
so I would say, for the story of time's sake and narrative-wise, that we can basically fast forward to probably about a mile or so, just getting to that kind of swamp area, the entrance point to where this would be.
Dragon. No.
And because, to be honest with you, the only thing you would encounter is heavy fog, and there's really not going to be too much going on, which may or may not be interesting to some of you or not. You don't really encounter much.
Very interesting.
We're so jaded. We're just like, cool. Keep whispering, I guess.
Great, we have
And I
one good
think
day.
as you look into this area, you can see that it is definitely just this foul, disgusting, fetid smelling swamp that you're like almost, on.
Oh,
And you
you're
can
gonna-
see in the distance, and I'm talking, like I said, about a mile or so, this tiny silhouette of this hut that seems to be up on stilts from this distance. Soft, gentle glow of some sort of light emanating from it. And there'll be a few ravens that'll perch nearby, and they're like,
Shaking their heads. Okay.
We're not children. We're fine.
Oof, well,
I'm not fine.
I'll lead the way, and I'll start to walk forward.
so as you begin to enter the swamp,
what are the horses doing? Are they like, fuck no, man?
I mean,
No? Oh. Is that Santa?
And horses were summoned.
As you begin to walk in, Ben, the ground is very soft. The further you go, the more kind of
reminds me of home.
Right now, who's on the horses?
We put Rictavio on a horse.
Okay.
Rictavio, okay.
Yes.
I put Roderick Riddick. Rictavio.
Just kept saying names.
So, is there anybody else riding on a horse?
There's another horse, but I gave Rictavio my horse.
Okay. He is going to attempt to drive the horse forward, and the horse takes like 2 steps and then it rears back and it's like, like it will not go.
Do we still have Ridges or not?
No, Ridges is going.
Ridges died.
Yeah,
Wait,
Ridges-
that's the wagon.
Ridges
That's the
is
wagon.
barbecued.
Can I attempt animal
Fluffy
handling?
Ruffles.
If you'd like to try, yeah.
Wait,
I
where's
thought
the
Ruffles
second?
was Afram.
Ruffles is Afram.
Who is
No.
8.
our
So you try to
second
coach the horse,
Huh?
and the horse is like
Oh, it was
pulling.
one that we got
and,
from
you know,
the
you can
stables.
tell
We named
that
him
it's
something.
Ridges
worth the
was
fight.
the cart. Ruffles was Avram. Our third horse was named something similar.
What was it?
Rumbles?
Rumpelstiltskin.
Rumbles. It was Rumbles.
Right.
We'll have to
Ridges
go.
was the wagon.
Yeah,
Okay.
on foot.
So as you guys go in, you can feel kind of the soft, kind of moist ground. And the more deeper you go and you're following Ben, Ben seems to be like he's home. He seems very comfortable.
It smells like my brother's room.
And then literally your foot,
Ow,
the sucking sound. And the more you go and you strain, the harder it becomes to kind of pull yourself free as you begin to feel your joints kind of separate as you kind of pull. Exactly.
I will be prestidigitation my boots every step so I don't get
Sure.
stuck in mud.
Sure. You're beginning to now see like dead trees that have this kind of elongated hanging moss from the branches. There's no leaves or no life to the tree, but this moss just hangs to create this low, creepy ambience. At some point, there's going to be this big bubble that kind of pops up. It's probably about 30 feet off to your left, and when it does, there's this psst, as you see this kind of gas rise from the bubble, and then off to the right when you travel, and this psst, kind of gas,
What is the
rise
forest
from-
called in
and it smells very sulfuric.
Labyrinth? Not Labyrinth, Princess Bride.
Oh my gosh, it's
Yeah.
The forest of three something?
I know what you're talking about. You continue to march on as you're going about this time you've trudged in about a quarter mile at this point. And now you hear this big splat and you hear no come from the bubble. And you hear off in the distance, help me. Is what you'll
Yeah,
hear.
just ignore them. They're just, like gas burps of the swamp. It's okay.
But they need help.
They're saying words.
Okay.
They're fine.
gonna ignore him.
At this point, it's going to start turning into where it's difficult to trudge, and it seems more difficult to trudge in for the rest of you than Ben. So it's as if something is like really pulling and sucking you into the swamp. Go ahead and give me an either pretty much just an athletics. No acrobatics to have here. Ben, you're good.
Great. I'm going in the quicksand. Okay, maybe not.
It's a 10.
15.
12.
What'd you get?
5.
So as you begin to march, you have
15.
you're pulling yourself free. You're kind of keeping pace with Ben, who seems to be like prestidigitating this and that. He seems to be okay. Like, I'm coming. You got a 10. You kind of have to pull,
Yeah.
and when you do, you lose your boot, and you plop your foot into the goo and start to sink as your boot is like stuck back behind you.
Yeah.
What'd you have?
A 12.
You don't lose a boot just yet, but you're finding it very difficult.
Can I grab my boot?
Sure. I'll let you do that. No problem.
Yeah.
So you gotta reach back and grab the boot.
I'm just gonna hold it at this point.
As you all are trudging, that is when you kind of look back and you can see stuck and slowly sinking.
Oh no!
I will activate Steps of the Night to give myself a fly speed.
Oh, okay.
Do I come out of the muck?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think I would be closest
Apologies.
to her.
Sure.
I can't.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you
Either
can.
way, yeah.
Okay.
I'll fly towards both of you.
Go ahead and
just-
give me either an give me an acrobatics, because as you are flying, there's this that pops up in front of you. It's just, no. I like that.
It's 11.
Oh, you'll be able to navigate around it easy enough.
At that point, I've been, like, grabbing your arm, trying to, like, at least hold you up and not, like...
Right,
like,
I'm not... it was, like,
Do I-
over the top.
Do I see this going on?
I would assume you now hear enough commotion that if you wish to turn around and see, you can definitely see that they are fighting to try to get Nymora out.
I'll
I
just
don't
start
think
casting
Auntie
prestidigitation
wants to
over and over and over again and clean as much as I can to
See,
like
I have
loosen.
that already, and I've been doing that.
Yes, correct.
So
Oh.
that's why I called
You
you.
literally
I don't
see-
think Auntie wants me in her
You
swamp.
literally see as if she's sinking. As if something is pulling her down. It's more beyond sucking and getting stuck.
Yeah.
As you begin to pull and
Yeah.
you are flying, go ahead and both of you give me athletics checks.
Guidance.
To who?
You.
Okay.
You're looking at
15.
okay.
16.
Nice.
As you will pull her free, you're going to take 1 point of damage as your joints are kind of stretched beyond and they hurt. You literally see that there's these skeletal hands that come up with her ankles, and then they'll go back into the muck. And you were literally being pulled into whatever by something.
Okay. Oh, man.
You alright, sister?
Are you strong, Rhodes?
Yes.
I don't feel like I weigh a lot. I'm a slight little human. Can I just hitch a ride?
Indeed.
Thank you.
Okay.
How's Rictavio doing?
Funny enough, you look back and he's back. He has not proceeded any further.
He's with the
There's
horses.
the horses.
He has,
Yeah.
he has literally like attempted, and he's like, "No, fuck this."
Okay. Well, all right.
Not gonna lie. I don't feel very welcome in the swamp. Maybe I should go keep Rictavio company.
No.
You need your
just a
fire.
Nope.
Sister,
Keep him
I-
at. Keep sitting.
I need you here.
Okay.
We've got
That's
this.
Yeah.
I can't fly for forever.
Yep.
Let's go.
Okay.
And
Might
we'll,
be- It's a short pit stop back there.
So, how long does your flying last?
It's 1 minute, but I can recast it 3 times.
So you got about 3 minutes worth?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go 60 feet, and you can dash 120 feet. Okay. So I would say if you want to maximize it, you're more than welcome to, but you would leave the party behind. But that's up to you how you want to play that. As
Ben,
they move significantly slower.
should I go on ahead?
I can keep pace. I travel about 90 feet per second.
Philova, I guess it's just you and I.
Let's keep
Yeah.
All
swapping.
right, yeah, I'll
Okay, so
Dash.
you dash and you soar and you go for just about like 30 seconds. You feel it start to fade, and then you kick it in again, and you'll go soaring again and just about to fade. Go ahead, Ben. You were going to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say, as you're keeping pace with him, the closer and closer they get to the hut, the more extended his features get. It's like everything about him that was human is just melting away. That broken horn is now almost totally regrown. He's dripping amber sap this time. It's not black, it's just thick amber. Yeah. And he's like almost kind of going down into a like a four-legged lope almost, as he's kind of keeping
Philo. I was going to ask if there is a way Philova, because we're both pretty strong, is there a way Philova and I could work together?
Oh, yeah.
Like, the trees around, are the roots completely submerged? Is there a way, like, we could figure out, like, how to, like, not jump from one tree to another, but, like, use the trees to our advantage?
I would say there's absolutely a possibility. You still would travel significantly
That's
slower,
completely fine, just so
but
that,
you
like,
could take to the high ground for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm cool with that.
yeah, the minute we get off the muck, I put my boot back on. I'm sure it makes a wonderful noise.
Oh,
I will, before we've gone away, I'll prestidigitation your sock and boot.
Thank you so much.
That one time.
Yeah.
Now we're in but that one
All right.
time I got you.
So you travel and you are zooming and you can feel it start to fade. You quickly look ahead and there's a patch of land that's going to be your only spot. You aim for it and now it's an island among kind of a lake that has this oily rainbow sheen or effect all over this water. And it looks very ominous. When you look down, you can see like there's actually like skeletons and undead things that are like resting at the bottom of this lake.
I'm very tense on here, but like
The island itself is probably
And Imora, like,
35
latches.
feet radius, so
Like-
it's fairly significant, and it kind of goes up into a mound. It's soft, but not like mucky, but there is zero life or trees or anything on it. It's just dead grass.
Imagine we both are a little panicked now, like
Mhm.
that feeling of you swim too far out in the lake and you look
Right.
back and
You're like
Real shit.
yeah.
I'm gonna
there's
grab.
like a grasp, and there's just a like very tight.
I'm gonna
fist to
grab Rhodes' hand, and I'll look up at Nymora. When we're kind of in proximity of the hut, correct?
You
I don't
at
know.
this
We're
point,
we're in a middle of an oil lake with an island.
At this point, I'd say you're probably about a quarter mile off. You traveled significantly far for the amount of time, so you're about a quarter mile away. You can definitely make out more features of this creepy hut.
We're at least the day
When
behind.
I was going to say they are probably
Just
a
on the way
quarter
back.
mile behind.
We're working smarter, not harder.
Okay, when they're I'm gonna say like a round and a half behind us.
Sure.
I'm gonna walk to the top of the hill, and I'm gonna go towards the hut. The intention of just to be very clear about what the intention is to bring the hut to the island,
Okay, perfect.
and I'm going to shout as loud as I can. And I'm not gonna shout it because I'm not gonna blow out any mics.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say, Auntie Daisaga, your nephew has returned.
I brought friends.
Can my friends
What
do
I
it?
did before was a mere display of the crafty being that you have under your command. I bring truer word of life or death, and it is up to you to decide which you pick.
You are gonna feel Nymora one of the hands
So,
off your shoulder and go.
We're going
oh
to
my
flash
fucking God,
back
we're
to
gonna
those of
die.
you who are about a quarter mile behind. You
Yeah.
finally reached the limit of now you're going to have to dive into this goo.
Okay, I think we stay together.
Is there trees surrounding the goo?
No, you're running out of trees.
Yeah,
what I'm saying
that's
at
the
this point.
problem.
Yeah, it's getting into more just like
Can
watery
If we
swamp
can get up
grossness.
high enough on a tree,
sure.
we can glide in.
I do
can
have
glide
flight.
You have flight? I also have
a
gliding.
flight. I try not. Oh, you have gliding.
I can get up and then hopefully glide down.
Like a
If
squirrel.
You just
Yeah,
like
yeah. But am I gonna throw that weight off?
if you can fly, you fly, and then
Yeah.
I will.
I got a minute of flying that I can do.
Maybe wait till I jump, and then if I
it's
need.
like the last tree route before there's
What you
more
need to
tree
do is
route.
you need to fly yourself first, and then once you get to a certain height, you can transition to where you would glide the rest
Yes.
of the way.
Okay, yeah.
That's actually what I was about to be like.
Yep.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so, okay, I still want to go up as high as possible in the
Absolutely.
tree just
Sure.
to give us the best height chance.
Yep, got it.
How higher am I if we climb up a tree?
You're probably about 15 feet off.
I'll help her climb because I'm literally just like I can hold on with one hand and be like, all right, come on,
Right,
come
okay.
on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go again.
So you get, how long do you get flying for?
1 minute.
Okay. How high do you want to go?
I can fall for up to 100 feet without damage.
I can't.
But if you're gliding with her, I would say that you could, don't go over 100 feet is what I would say.
Okay,
both
so
of
I
you
can
would
go
be okay.
30
If we
feet, so
calculate the
Sure.
could we go 90 feet up?
Sure.
But yeah, 90 feet up, it's like 15 seconds.
Sure.
15 something
Mhm.
seconds. Actually, we could do more. But if we, like, when I get up there, can I see them?
Give me
Yeah.
a perception check.
Oh, cool. I love making checks like this that I'm so good at.
Oh,
5.
goody. Yeah, I got a 10.
Okay.
No, wait. Yeah, 10.
Okay.
Awesome.
So you climb 90 feet, and then you continue to flap your wings, or your spectral wings, correct?
They are spectral
and
wings.
as hard as you can to get.
Do
as
they look normal now?
Because of
Because the remove curse thing?
they look undead-like, so they
It's
look like
still-
bones,
Okay.
and then
Fuck.
oh, you removed curse, right?
I removed
My
curse.
apologies. They do look
I
normal.
thought it didn't work for me because I
No.
died twice.
So you continue to fly, and you're flying, and you're looking around, and you do spot someone. You spot someone like off in the distance. It appears to be someone struggling to get to safety. That's all you can see. There's a brief moment in which you feel like this person is familiar to you.
Are they in the lake or are they in the mud?
They are struggling off into this kind of like, it's like the transition between mud and that oily substance.
Can I tap into the sister bond?
I
don't know.
Would you like to try to do that?
I would like to try to do that.
Okay, you tap into the bond for
Okay.
sure, easy enough. And when you do, you can hear a desperate plea for help as what you're going to hear
Okay.
or feel into your bond. And the figure appears to be approaching from another direction. You're probably going to be coming from, how many focuses would be coming from more of a northern direction.
Going towards where our goal was?
Yes.
Fuck. I'll catch up.
Okay, I leap off.
Yeah, and then
I get as much height as I can so I can glide as far as I possibly can, and I'm going to attempt to glide to the mound, or if I can get on the roof, I'll just
So
land
when
on the
you
roof.
separate, your goal is to go towards this figure, which you really have a strong sensation because your bond is your system.
Yeah.
You separate, and when you do, you start to glide, and you kind of fixate. You can see that mound and the figures on the mound, so you kind of adjust a little bit, and it's kind of like this.
Yeah, we're like the shuttle and the...
This is awesome.
Yeah.
This
Separating.
is so cool.
So you begin to glide. You head that direction, and then you begin to dive down there.
I want to get as low to the ground as possible because I feel like I would have a genuine timer in my head.
Yeah.
And it's just literally like...
And when you start to get to, let's say, about 50 feet below, that is when you see the figure almost stumble and fall, and is quickly you see those spectral hands or those skeletal hands begin to grab up, pulling on the cloak, and it's kind of like pulling this figure, your sister, down into the stuff to where it's like now just a shoulder.
I want to prepare an attack because essentially what I want to do is smack the shit out of those spectral hands.
Sure.
As I'm going down. I want to kind of get as much momentum as possible. So I think I want to full send.
Sure.
Like everything I got.
So you're like dive bombing.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay. Yep. So you make a beeline. You know exactly what you're going to do, and it goes from like shoulder to elbow, and there's just like reaching out, stretching for as much hope as possible. Go ahead and make your attack if you'd like.
Oh, okay. It's a 19.
Yep. So you swing, and when you do, you collide, and there's just this big spray of oily water and mud just everywhere. And that's when you kind of see the hand starting to go down just below the surface. What do you want to do?
I stick my hand in and grab.
All right. When you do, you grab a hold below the surface, and you begin to pull.
Yeah.
And as you begin to pull is when your wings start to fade.
Yeah.
You feel yourself beginning to lose your flight. And as you pull up, all you see is this fucking rotten hand that has clasped onto yours. And as you begin to pull, that's when you feel something behind and on your shoulders lash out like vines. And starts to pull you into the oily muck.
Okay. No, that's totally fine.
I don't feel like that's at all totally fine.
Right, that is not the sentiment that I have currently.
You continue your gliding as you see them. The three of you on the island can now see Fialova. She's like gliding, looking for direction.
Am I close to a tree?
There's nothing out there.
Okay.
You're in no man's land.
I got it.
Can I aim to land on the roof of this hut? Am I far enough away?
You're way too far for that.
Yeah.
You're going to get the island, and that's about it.
Okay.
Do we see them
You
from the island?
You only see
So you only see her?
Fialova.
Okay.
Yeah.
How far away is Niley from me?
Beyond your sight.
Yeah.
Like you guys were transfixed on the direction this way, and then when you look back is probably when you're going to only be able to see Fialova kind of gliding towards you.
Seeing this chaos that's happening among us, seeing Niley being sucked into the muck by a trick by this hag in front of us, seeing us struggle.
You don't see
Oh, we
that.
don't see that.
No,
You don't
you were
see-
transfixed on saying what you were saying.
Okay.
Yeah, this is when you're yelling forward.
Everybody was kind of looking forward.
Oh,
And as you look back to try to see where they are, all you can see is Fialova.
I will shout, "Where's Niley?"
And that's what you'll hear. Where's Niley?
Am I landed at this point?
Do you choose to be landed?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just, glide to a nice stop on the ground, like nothing happened. There's somebody was yelling for help. She did some kind of reach into the ethereal whatever mind
I
thing.
probably showed up yellow. There's like a little flare of the power.
And we set the plan was that I separate and fly down, and she fly here too. But she took off towards that person, and I don't know what. My bearings are weird.
Feet.
Can we see
Which
where
way
she is
did
at this
you
point?
go?
That way.
Okay.
Use a survival check.
Okay.
If you can hit a 17 or better on the survival, because there's not many landmarks.
Guide
out there,
yourself! Guide yourself!
I guidance myself.
you can give an accurate direction of where they are. If not,
Okay.
you're going to give them a completely random direction.
Okay.
I'm quite good at survival. Can I assist at all?
I have a +5.
Yeah. You want to go ahead?
assist?
Yeah, they'll give you advantage. Third oil slick from the left.
Okay, 12 plus 5 is 17!
Yes!
I can't
So
really
is-
remember, but it was the trajectory, how planes and like that.
Rose is like, yes,
What
yes,
are
he went
planes?
90 feet up here. Okay, she is approximately here.
Use calculus. Oh my god.
And as you guys get a general sense of direction, that is when you hear.
Is it the house?
You turn and look
Okay.
as this gigantic hut is slowly moving.
And a perfectly panicked moment in this moment that he's been building up to when he made this bargain with Strahd. Seeing his friend dying, seeing everything that has happened, he's going to look towards the hut and he says, Auntie Lysaga, this is a moment of life or death. I was tasked here to take you out. In order to save my friends, I am going to take you out to dinner.
And that is where we'll conclude our episode. Please
We're gonna
tune in
take
next
you
time to
home
see what
after
happens
night.
next. We are Crit Eating Grin. Please subscribe. Help us get better, do better,
Please.
be better, all the betters. If you haven't already, please
Like and
consider
subscribe.
I got this,
subscribing.
guys.
If you have, thank you. Thank you so much for supporting us. We're going to try to give you better content and more content to digest.
There's nothing
And we
better
want
than
to
this.
thank you all.
Yeah.
We want to thank you. There could be. We want to thank you
There's
all
better than this.
for your support. And until next time, please
Keep grinning.
keep grinning.
Bye.
Is it a pretty smile?
Good night, guys.